In this video, we're going to show you how to route Prometheus Alert Manager to Slack and also how to set up a Slack webhook. We also have another video showing how the full stack of monitoring components is set up all in one video. Check the link in the description or the playlist if you want to see that video. All right, so let's configure a Slack webhook. So if you want to create a Slack webhook, this is useful for things like, sending alerts to Prometheus or whatever else, or rather sending alerts from Prometheus or whatever other monitoring system you have to a Slack channel. Basically, you could pick out whichever channel you want, but we're going to start out. You can see I have Slack running right here. I'm going to go ahead and what you're going to want to do is go to api.slack.com. So I'm going to open a new tab, paste this over here. See api.slack.com/apps. So you're going to go here and then you're going to click. Now you notice I already have one here. So I've already created one of these webhooks. So I'm going to bring you through the process of, and you'll notice before I do that, you'll notice I'm already getting alerts here. This is where I tested this out. So I've already done this once in this Slack account just to test this before this video. So now I'm doing it again. So what you're going to do is, so we have an existing one here. I'm going to create another one. I'm going to probably call it test 2. So you create new app and say from scratch. And now you're going to want to give it a name. I'm going to call it test 2, right? You can give it a more descriptive name if you're doing this for real in production or whatever else. So you're going to give it a workspace. I only have one workspace. And then you're going to say create app. So that basically creates an app. You can think of it that way. Now, all this stuff here I'm pretty sure is very sensitive. So this is not something that I should be generally sharing with people. So if you're setting this up, make sure you keep this stuff a secret and don't share it with people. Now, I'm either going to be censoring this info out in the video, or I'm just going to be deleting this webhook so nobody can send messages to it and you spam it or whatever. So webhooks, when you create webhooks, anybody can anonymously send information to them. That's why, like, your monitoring system doesn't have to do a whole big thing for authentication. It can just send things to that webhook. So anybody can send things to a webhook, and if someone else gets a hold of your webhook address, they can basically spam it. So that's why you'd want to keep it secret. It's basically considered sensitive. So you're going to want to search on the left for incoming webhooks. So you have notice you have settings here, and under it you're going to have incoming webhooks right here. So incoming webhooks, just click on this, and you're going to want to toggle this on. So you're going to enable incoming webhooks for your test 2 app that you created. This is going to give you a sample webhook. So you're basically going to scroll. If you need to scroll down, scroll down. If not, you're going to see webhooks URLs for your workspace. And you're going to say add a new webhook. And from here, you're going to pick your workspace, and then you're going to pick the channel on your workspace. Now, if you had created normally you would create a channel specifically for alerts. So you know what? Let's do that so we can tell this apart from this other one. So let's go ahead and create a new channel for alerts. Let's create an alerts channel. Yeah, sure. Anyone in this group can be in there. All right, so I created an alerts one because before I was using this all low orbit flux channel, so all my alerts are going there. I want the new alerts to go to alerts. So this alerts channel is where our alerts will get sent to, and you might have one for dev, for production, for whatever, or different types of alerts, however you want to organize it, right? So we are going to send this to, and I guess it doesn't see it because what you should do is you should create the channel you want ahead of time over here. So it sees this channel. I'm going to go ahead and just say alerts. There we go. It does show it. Okay. And we're going to say allow. And there we go. So now we have our webhook created. So that's basically it. Our webhook is live. This is our webhook URL. You can click copy to copy it if you want to save it. And you can use this command here. This is something you could run from a terminal. So hit copy to copy that. Now if you want to jump over to a terminal and if you want to actually send an alert, this is how you could send the alert from the terminal. So paste that curl command. So that's the same curl command we just copied from here. Paste this into your terminal with the text hello world. Hit enter and it says okay. So it just sent that message. Let's go ahead and verify that. Jump over here to Slack and you'll see hello world. This is in our alerts channel. So if you jump over to another one so we can get an alert that something new changed there, let's just send this a few times. You can send 3 more alerts to that channel. You notice the alerts channel lit up, letting us know that there are some new messages on there. Click on it and oh look, hello world got sent a few more times. Now notice I didn't have to authenticate here or anything. So if I put this in a for loop, I could send thousands of alerts. Now what's going to happen is they're going to rate limit it. So Slack themselves will rate limit it. So if you do send tons of messages, it's going to be rate limited. So don't do it anyways. You don't want it getting rate limited. That's not a good thing, but at least someone else can't spam. If someone does get a hold of your webhook, they can't spam you. So if anyone watching this video takes this webhook and runs this command on their terminal, they can send things to this channel. I'm going to delete that webhook before I post this video, so that webhook is not going to exist. But if I didn't, and that was made public, anybody out there on the internet who gets a hold of that could send messages here. Just something to be aware of. But that is how you configure a Slack webhook. Let's route Prometheus Alert Manager to Slack. So to do this, we're going to start out by, actually first thing we're going to do is edit our Alert Manager configuration file. So we're going to jump over to this other tab here, Mon1. This is where Alert Manager is configured. And we're going to go ahead and paste this in here, say sudo vi etc alert manager alertmanager.yaml. We're going to edit this file, and this is actually the default file that came with Alert Manager. So you can add this, and you could add multiple routes, multiple receivers, and inhibitor rules, all that. But what we're going to do is we're going to wipe out this default configuration, and we're going to paste in a fresh new configuration that does exactly what we want for this case. So I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to go ahead and paste it right in here. So we now have a new default route here. It just groups by alert name, Slack notifications, and we have our Slack notifications receiver. So this route will route to this receiver, and here we define the receiver, some basic inhibitor rules down here, and our Slack config is going to point to an API URL, this guy right here. Now this is actually where we are going to, also we have the channel alerts. It's going to send to the alerts channel. And this API URL, this is going to be our webhook, our Slack webhook. So let's jump over to here. And this is where we had set up our Slack webhook. So we're going to copy this. And we're going to come in here. And we're going to replace this URL with our Slack webhook. And remember, this is sensitive, so you don't want to make this information public. Anybody who has access to this webhook can send alerts to this webhook. So if a random person on the internet has access to this webhook, if a random person on the internet has this URL, they can send any message they want to that URL, and they could potentially spam that URL, which is why you keep it secret, and which is why I'm going to delete this webhook before publishing this video. Anyways, whoops, I'm going to go ahead and right quit and save this. And we are then going to just bounce Alert Manager. So systemctl restart Alert Manager. So now we can look over here in Slack. You see we have an alerts channel. So here's our alerts channel. We were just doing some testing previously. So now we're going to actually see if we can send alerts from Alert Manager. So they're going to come from Prometheus. They're going to be sent to Alert Manager, and then they will be sent to this alerts channel in Slack. So let's go ahead and give that a try. We are going to take down one of our nodes that we're monitoring. So we're going to go over here to app1 and we're going to just halt this host. So sudo halt-p. You can use a different command to shut it down, like shutdown or whatever else you like to use to shut down hosts. I've just been using halt-p for years, so that's just how I do it. So right here, we don't have any real alerts, just hello world here, but we're expecting them. But first, we're going to come over here. We're going to go to alerts in Prometheus, and we can see already there is a down host. So we can see the host app1 is down. Now the host Prometheus on is mon1. That one's still up because Prometheus is still running. So we've got our first alert here. And has it been passed to alert manager? All right, so it took a little bit, but we now have an alert showing up in here for, so we have a, and it's sent a Slack notification, alert name host down. So you'd see this came in, you see the instance, the node, etc. So if you go over here to Slack, we now see our message here, test2. That's the app that we created to receive alerts on in. We see host down, severity critical, host app1 at 9100 is down. So Prometheus cannot scrape this node. So Prometheus sent the alert to alert manager. So yes, the Prometheus alert was sent to alert manager, which then calls the Slack hook, the Slack webhook, and it sends an alert to this alert channel that we configured. And there you go. That is how you route Prometheus Alert Manager to Slack. If you want to see how to set up the other components that also work with this, just check the playlist that this video is in. If you want to see the full stack setup with all of the components all in one video, we have a full video that includes everything in the playlist also. Also, check the link in the description for the other videos. If you want to find the playlist or that full video, just check the link in the description. If you found this video useful or interesting, you might want to give me a thumbs up for this video. If you have any questions, comments, or criticisms, feel free to leave a comment down below. Also, leave a comment if you want to share your own experience or if you've tried this out yourself. And also, most importantly, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on our other great tech content. We're covering hardware, software, electronics, robots, 3D printing, Raspberry Pis, and more. Also, hit the bell icon so you actually get an update when we do come out with new videos. Otherwise, YouTube won't let you know. Also, that is pretty much it for today. So, as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys on that next video.